20. Oh, was I muted that whole time?
You were.
Well, then I'm going to try that one more time. Welcome back. We are going to be having the Colorado Kraken, Dallas Tornadoes. I'm Nick England, Matt Prosser, saving me here with the muted microphone. Appreciate that. Just looking out for me.
I got your back, Nick.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. So we have not yet seen Dallas Tornadoes this weekend. This will be the first one. We saw Colorado Kraken take on the Utah Stingers yesterday at noon. A little bit of a nail biter. Utah Stingers had to put their helmets on a bit, come back and win that one in the fifth set.
They were a little undermanned, the Stingers, but they were able to come back and get that victory. So, the Kraken, a little bit of it, it's still a question mark on really what their brand of volleyball is, what they're trying to do. So exciting for them. But for the Tornadoes, their first match of the weekend, so excited to see what they bring to the court as well.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those matches that, we've kind of seen everyone a little short-manned all weekend long. Dallas Tornadoes is no exception. They're definitely trying to find the right pieces, but the big piece that we do know is here, Felix Chapman. If you haven't heard the name before, you're going to hear it plenty today. Someone that made his name known in the NVA circuit. He landed a 2-year contract in France last season, didn't end up going with some of the COVID restrictions going on. But he was a massive pickup halfway through last season.
Yeah, had a great season in 2021 for the Tornadoes. I believe the opposite hitter is Felix, right? So hitting out of the back row, mostly from the right side. He's got a cannon of an arm, a good jumper, and dangerous from the inline also.
Yeah, definitely provides a lot of threats there. We saw outside hitter, ambidextrous outside hitter. Steve Roshitz will not be here this weekend. However, worth noting, had some shoulder surgery done this offseason. He's feeling great, better than ever. I was able to talk to him. I think he's competing in a beach tournament this weekend, so he's unable to compete. He's one of those dual conditional athletes, plays both sides. So the team is going to miss some of his ball control for sure, but I'm excited to see some of the new faces on the Dallas Tornadoes. On the side of the Colorado Kraken, I didn't get to see that match too much yesterday, but I do know that they were cycling through a variety of rosters, unafraid to make some substitutions and find their, the right roster that's going to make it work.
Yeah, well, a little bit of trying to find the puzzle, right? Put the pieces in place. They have some very good pieces in terms of libero J.J. Rosa doing a really good job defensively yesterday, and some nice offensive weapons. We saw a couple of guys come in and out. The setter, Aubrey Miranda, did a nice job distributing the ball. And so they've got a full squad here with some guys coming in and out of the reserve list. And so they can do some damage. They just got to try to put it together.
At the very least, I love seeing that they've got a full roster. And that's so important. Seattle Sasquatch had a little bit more depth today than they did yesterday, some of those options that they can try out. But when you see some of these new expansion teams that are coming in for the season, it's so great to see that they have a variety of options. They're going to find the personnel. And, sometimes that's really what that first year uphill battle's all about. You're going to have your critical key pieces that are going to be integral. And then you're going to find some guys that maybe they step up, whether they might have been college club guys. They're guys that may not have even competed in college, and they were just AA men's volleyball players. Some people really shine and step up when they get surrounded by other great players.
Right, and it's an opportunity for them to get out here and play as well.
Yeah.
Colorado Kraken have done a nice job in the offseason preparing for this opportunity, the chance that they now have to be involved in the NVA. And so, they've been working hard, getting ready for this weekend specifically, and knowing that it's a 6-event season. They've got time to really find what they need to do with their lineups to, make a playoff push and find themselves in a good spot throughout the season.
Yeah, it's great you mentioned playoffs. For anyone that has not been aware, we do a YouTube series we call Quest for the Cup. We break down teams, what's going to happen throughout the season. So a quick highlight of how the playoffs work in the NVA. We're actually going to do a quick sideline hit. I'll be back to describe that in just a minute. We're going to go over to Noah on the sidelines. Noah, take it away.
Yeah, I'm here with Tornadoes coach Ivan. Ivan, how are you guys feeling? What mark are you trying to make in this first match of the season for the Tornadoes?
So, compared with last year, we were new in the league, right? So we're really trying to just start off with a win. Last year, it took us a couple weekends to finally get that first win and to fall in rhythm. We have a lot of guys that are not from Dallas, so we fly them in, and so they haven't really been playing together that much. But I think with a year under our belt, it's going to be a lot different, and it'd be pretty nice to start off the year on the right foot.
A lot of teams have started slow this weekend. How do you guys come out fast?
Energy. Like I told the guys right now, these guys have been playing volleyball their whole life. There's really shouldn't have any pressure, even though it's the first game. I told them to come out and have fun. It's all about having fun, and that'll just bring the energy.
Absolutely, all about having fun. Thank you, Ivan. Appreciate it. Guys, I'll send the fun back to you.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. You know, it's so funny. Sometimes you expect when you talk about the professional level of play, you expect to hear some really inspiring, heartfelt message, and the reality of it is volleyball is such a flow-based game, and just being able to click. All these guys are great athletes. So what it comes down to, do you have the mental fortitude to get in there, scrap, and play the point out? And
Right.
a lot of time the fun is what inhibits that.
Absolutely. Plus momentum, right? And really gaining that momentum, controlling it, feeding off of it, and then not letting it go back to the other side, too, is such a big part of volleyball as well.
It's so interesting to see that also across all variations of the sport. I mean, you went from your indoor career to your beach career, and beach, you go to 2 guys. You got to play every point like the last one didn't happen if it was a bad one, and ride that energy if it was.
Right.
You know?
It's on you.
Yeah.
There's no one waiting to come in. It's just the 2 of you on the court. This is a little bit different. There's 6 man. There's lots of guys ready to come in if you're not getting the job done. But really, it's just about getting that momentum, having fun, and then going, moving on forward for it.
Yeah, I mean, I dealt with it firsthand yesterday. The Ramblers going down 0-2, trying to find that reverse sweep, and no substitutions really on our bench. We're just kind of seeing that across the league. Stunners dealt with it yesterday, but I'm excited to see that. Colorado Kraken almost took down Stingers yesterday. See what they can do today. I think we got another sideline coach hit. Noah, take it away.
Yeah, I'm here with Kraken coach John Dacklinson. How do you guys bounce back from a 5-set loss yesterday?
Literally, what we're going to do is we did a little bit of lessons learned. We watched the film to ensure we clean up the little small things and the big things we missed. So that's what we did. We watched the films and tied up a little bit loose ends, and that's what we're going to do. And do more play sets or the programs we run as far as our plays. So you run a little bit more plays and stuff, yeah.
And yesterday you kept saying that this match is doable. It's doable. How do you feel about this Dallas team?
Well, we are very proud that we're here. It's certainly doable. It's just up to the team how they're going to mesh up and play as a team. We work very hard every night. We have late night grinds in Colorado, and these players absolutely have worked hard, and we certainly have a chance, absolutely. But we're just going to have to play hard.
Absolutely. Good luck, coach. Thank you. So the Kraken, they looked at the film and they're ready to come back even stronger. Let's see how they can do in this match. Nick?
Yeah, and I think that was something that was not really talked about. So Jonathan DeCleeson, their coach there, actually was associated with Dallas Tornadoes last season. So I don't remember if he was in the manager or coaching role, but excited to see him now get his little redemption match very early on here. We also heard a little bit of a comment for the Dallas Tornado side. It took them some weeks to find their first win. And when it came last year, it was they took down the Las Vegas Ramblers, who at that point were 7-1 in the season. So that was a huge upset win, and I really wanted to see that carry more momentum. Unfortunately, at the time in the season, I think their future was already kind of cemented, and no playoff run was to be had. But I'm excited to see this team maybe see that little energy they've been sitting in the offseason.
Well, a little redemption for them as well, and an opportunity to have a better start and really get the season started off on the right foot, instead of a replay of last season where it took a few events to find that first victory. Yeah,
and we saw Felix Chapman was not part of that roster. And it's kind of it's interesting because this is the 1-year difference. Some of these teams have been in the leagues, which has now been around for five seasons. And so Dallas Tornadoes had a kind of a rough first event last year, had a little bit of a wake-up call, knew what they wanted to do to start improving that roster, and we saw it throughout the season. That was the story of their 2021 season.
And a big part of that was the addition of Felix Chapman, who came in after that second event and was able to really make an impactful presence on the court for the Tornadoes and really contribute the way that they needed him to offensively to make a difference throughout the rest of their season.
Yeah, and one of the names that we haven't talked too much about, Angel Rivera, number 8 in the middle. He was at Atlantic City last year for event number 2. He didn't make any of the rest of the events. He went down to Puerto Rico in the Pro League, won the Pro League down there, and was named the league MVP, beating out Texas Tyrants outside hitter Gianluca Grasso. So there's a lot of firepower there added in the middle, and that was definitely one of the weaknesses that we saw last year with that squad. So I'm really excited to see him get added in, shore some of that up, and see what he can get done.
Yeah.
We are about to now get underway, so lineups are coming in shortly, and we'll update you with that. Matt, given what you know, which honestly, I think for both of us, very little, what's your takeaway, or what are you expecting to see? Maybe what are you hoping to see in this match?
Well, I'm hoping to see a really evenly matched game here between these two teams. There are quite a few unknowns from both sides, right? However, there's a few things that they do know about one another. For the Tornadoes, I definitely expect to see Chapman and Rivera making an impact early and running a lot of offense through those two guys. For the Kraken, they really got to pass the ball well. Yesterday, they didn't pass the ball very well, so hopefully they watch some video on their passing, get the ball up to the net, let them run some offense through the middle as well, and see what they can do on day number 2 of their first season in the NBA.
Absolutely. Well, chat on YouTube, if you guys are out there, make sure you hit that like button and tell us in chat who you think is going to win. Show your support for the Kraken and for the Tornadoes and for the league as a whole. As always, we do have a website up and running that's updated with live stats at NVAUSA.com. We have an app on the App Store for both Apple as well as Android, so make sure to check that out, as well as checking us out on all major social media platforms. You're going to find tons of content coming out on Instagram and TikTok daily. Right now, we also have added some new post-game segments on Instagram where you're going to hear some press conferences from players after every match. So you definitely don't want to miss that. Full press conferences are on YouTube as well. So the league is pumping out tons of ways for you to find out everything about the league on and off the court.
Lots of content out there. Make sure you see Nick England on air as well. And that Quest for the Cup series that you do is super insightful as well. So, good stuff.
Got a great product. Love to share it. The last one for you, NVAUSA.shop. We recently launched a website full of shop for team gear that you can get your official gear and support your favorite teams.
Lots of good gear there too. If you can make it to San Bernardino in person, we do have a shop here as well for that fan gear that you want to pick up for you and your family.
On the side of the Dallas Tornadoes, no surprise, we're going to see Felix Chapman getting the start. Angel Rivera as well. Chike Oporo, number 13. You're going to see Sean Smith taking the hands, I would assume, here. Then we're going to see number 15. That's Javier Guerrero on the outside, as well as number 5, Nick Sorowski, as the opposite. And then libero, new face to the team, number 12. That's Sam Schuldenberg. On the side of the Kraken, let's see, they're a little tough to see in that huddle. We got Matt Freese, or number 5, Liam Jenkinson, J.J. Rosa, of course, wearing the libero jersey. Kyle Schwetz, number 24, number 7, we got Trenton Lance, number 1, Colin McAtee. And it looks like number 11, Dylan Haskell, but I'll confirm that momentarily.
Well, Nick, yesterday, just to follow up a little bit more about the Kraken players, we did see good contributions from Liam Jenkinson as the outside hitter, and then also Landon, where does his name go? I'm sorry. Trenton Lance did a great job as well offensively. Had a nice service run here and there, a couple aces, but a good attacking for him, the outside hitter. Sure. Well, as Nick goes and confirms a couple of last-minute pronunciations here for the broadcast, we're just about to get started here. Final lineups are checked. Kraken in the red. They're on the left side of your screen right now. Tornadoes in the silver and purple. We're just about ready to get underway here.
All right, serve from Kraken, and we are underway. Diving pass out to Chapman for the first swing. Triple block, but overpowered by Chapman.
Pretty much exactly what we expected to see, Nick. We almost called that one ourselves as Chapman getting the first kill of this match and of the Tornado season.
Yeah, I'd love to see that pass from Guerrero coming across the front of the court there. Great ball. Ball taken by Rosa. Middle attempt. missed connection, and the hang time of Swarovski on the right there throws that one down.
Well, you and I just made some kind of faces here at the athleticism
that
of that
was
move.
impressive.
Swarovski, wow, what a jumper.
Serving the net there for Smith, cutting his serving run short. And that's going to bring number 1, Colin McAtee, to the back line. Cuts that one short, and no luck. I don't know if you guys got a chance to talk about it yesterday, but I was talking to Coach Dacklison about Trenton Lance, youngest guy in the NVA, if I'm not mistaken. He is 19 years old, had D1 offers to go play, opted to participate in the AVP as well as the NVA instead, foregoing his NCAA eligibility, and decided that this was the route that he wanted to take.
Well, that's very interesting and good intel, Nick. We didn't know that piece of information yesterday. So Trent Lance, young but physically very active and able to produce, and so let's see what he can do for his team today. It should be very interesting to continue to watch him grow and continue his volleyball career here.
So Chapman a jump serve. Gets a great out-of-system ball, and it's going to be free-balled over, reset. Very short there. Smith goes backside. Swarovski misses the hands. That one goes long.
Now, Swarovski can really fly. However, he's got to reel that one in a little bit. He had one blocker in front of him. Should have been able to hit that ball on the court. Looked like that set was right in his window.
Float serve, handled well by Tornadoes. He gets a set back, and there's the kill. I really like seeing the setter unafraid after a hitter error, goes straight back to the same guy, shows that confidence. Good kill.
It's always a good strategy to have as a setter to repeat to the hitter that did just make an error, so that the hitter gives themselves an opportunity to find the court and really sort of move on from that previous hitting error.
Free ball coming once again. Rivera takes the first ball. Smith goes back once again. Swarovski over the top. And Rivera shoves it right down the throat of Kraken. Big kill for number 8 in the middle.
That's one way to get your first kill of the year for Rivera, out of the middle, taking care of that overpass.
Tip over the top. Swarovski steps in, takes the tip. Back set to him once again. Roll shot controlled. Kraken a little bit out of sorts. And even more out of sorts is the Dallas Tornadoes. That's a little bit of a sloppy play. But at the end of the day, you're trying to get the point on the scoreboard, and Kraken is able to do so.
Someone's got to hit the floor for that ball. Someone's got to communicate a little bit, but I know it's the first match of the tournament for them, but that's unexcusable.
Nice pass by Chapman. Rivera hammers it through the middle of Kraken, able to come up. And something we saw all last year was Felix Chapman playing right side for the side of the Tornadoes. Something that's worth noting, I believe he played his college ball as an outside. So he's someone that's just interchangeably usable. And he's back on the outside today, so you'll see him in the serve-receive line as well. Swarovski unable to handle the heat there. That's going to be a big kill for the side of the Kraken. Number 5, Liam Jenkinson.
Jenkinson produced some good points for Kraken yesterday, too.
Lance with a good jump. Set off the net, handled. Second attempt, Swarovski finds this one. Rivera with a tight set. Punched over, Smith ready to send it one last time, and a dump. Schuldenberg picks it up. Chapman hits the bick, finds it in, and it's kill for the side of the Dallas Tornadoes.
Well, there's something that we hadn't seen before out of the back row from Felix Chapman, a bick attack, especially in transition. So nice connection with his setter there, Sean Smith. And you can tell that those two have been working on that in preparation for this weekend.
Last year, the Dallas Tornadoes were tied with the OC Stunners for the most setters used throughout the season. So it is interesting to see, the return. I was curious to see who they would return this year, what their option would be.
Yeah.
But Sean Smith, coming back, we saw him a little bit last year, doing a fantastic job so far, finding some connections. So I like that as something that was an area for this team to improve on. Good to see it already looking a little bit better than last year.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nick.
Off the tape by Chapman. Rolled over the top, and there is a lot of effort on the side of the Kraken to be putting triple blocks up on the outside. They know the Tornadoes love the outside option, but Chapman's size, physicality, and overall court knowledge just really paying off here.
That really is. He's one of the better jumpers in this match. He's going to be able to see the block in front of him and navigate that pretty handily.
Rivera with a big jump serve. Great pass on the side of Kraken. Surowski dug down the line. Smith tracks it down. Ball is live. Surowski keeps that alive with the down ball. Second attempt. A triple block does not touch the ball off the tape, and that's going to go wide. McAtee unable to find court there.
Well, credit to Sean Smith chasing down that dig around the pole, bringing it back, giving his team another chance on blocking defense, and it results in a hitting error from Kraken.
Yeah, great hustle. See if Rivera can hit another big serve, put some pace on that last one. Certainly does not fail to put more power on it, but sends that one heading back into the back of the gym. Kraken down 6-10, and that's going to put Amari Miranda on the back service line now. Outside to Chapman, dug by Amari down the line. And now Lance takes a swing. Doug Smith tracks it down. Out of system swing opportunity for Kraken, but slowed down by Oporum. Outside to Chapman, and Chapman dug now by J.J. Rosa. Tipped over the top, Oporum sends it over. The chaos ball ensues. Big swing down the line, and McAtee ends the point. That is what we want to see from the Kraken. If they're going to take these Tornadoes down, they're going to have to play the long rallies.
Well, they'll play them, but they have to win them as well, and that was a nice swing down the line, really challenging the block of Sean Smith and the Tornado defense on the right side of the court.
Schuldenberg spent his time, the libero for Dallas Tornadoes, playing for Loyola, so he's showcasing his experience already. I like that upgrade for this Dallas Tornadoes team as well.
Smith with his jump serve this time.
Back set. Ooh, off the block of Oporum and Chapman.
That was McAtee from the right side getting it done. A couple of twins on this Kraken side, kind of hard to tell based on their haircuts.
Yeah.
Or hair length options, I suppose.
Net. Oporum draws the net from Kraken there. A good return, and we always talk about the importance of utilizing that middle run, even when it's maybe not your most threatening option. But Chike Oporum, someone that had a pretty good amount of success as a blocking middle for this team last year, getting established early on there by Smith in the middle.
Gotta like seeing that if you're a fan of the Tornadoes or a former middle blocker like myself. Get the middles involved offensive, but as volleyball evolves with this back row quick attack, the BIC, any kind of offense through the middle of the court, whether it's front row or back row, is going to pay dividends for your squad.
It certainly will. Float serve now. Schuldenberg, perfect pass. Oporum gets another opportunity off the block, and that means it's back-to-back points for the big man in the middle, number 13.
Not the fastest quick attack you've ever seen. A little bit of a delay on that one, but effective still for Chike and the Tornadoes.
Serve just short into the tape. It's interesting, we talk about, how much of a culture there is in some of the volleyball hubs across the U.S., Southern California, Florida, Chicago. So it is certainly interesting to have Dallas, Texas be the hotbed for two NVA teams, but both of these teams establishing massive fan bases in their respective region between the Texas Tyrants and the Dallas Tornadoes. Hard angle there from number 7, Trenton Lance. Big kill.
Yeah, big swing from Lance. That's his first one of the match. Coming a little bit late, almost halfway through this first set, but Kraken will definitely have to activate Trenton Lance a little bit more throughout this match as it goes on and score some points from him.
Schuldenberg is an ace in the serve receive right now. No touch there on Chapman's swing into the Kraken block. And Trenton Lance will extend his serving rally with one more attempt. That one's going to end it short, finding the net.
Javier Guerrero serving now for the Tornadoes, wearing number 15. Good jump serve.
Set goes outside, double block. Rivera covers himself. Schuldenberg saves the Tornadoes and sends it over. Back row attack from Trenton Lance, but not able to find that one. Tips it short. Looked like a little bit of a miscommunication on where they wanted to locate that set.
Yeah, the big attack, especially in transitioning, such a difficult play to get down, and you really got to put your practice in for that one.
Yeah, that is really a connection. That is certainly a connection-based, set. It really is at these higher levels, especially. It feels like it is the back row one, and your middle connection can take years to establish. Finding how far off the net you can set when you want to run a 1 or a push or a 3.
Yeah, there's so many variables there involved with the big attack. Where the middle attacker's going on his approach line, where you are expecting the set to be as the hitter. As a setter, where your hitter's going to be, it's something that you really do have to just practice to get that down and figured out and be able to rely on it in a match like this that I'm guessing the Kraken probably just hasn't had that much time to really spend time on that in practice.
It really is, and in my experience as an outside hitter, what really makes it tricky is it's something you rely on in transition to be most effective. Can you use it as like a bailout in the middle of a play when everyone's kind of spraying all over the place? Can you find a big in-system swing from that pipe attack? And it's a really difficult thing to establish because it's not a perfect pass option many of the times, but you need to rely on it to get you out of a tough rally.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just the direction that volleyball is going in, where a back row attacker in a non-perfect pass can still be an option, and as a faster option as well with the big.
Sorowski with a great dig gives Chapman a chance, who throws it over the top, picked up. Kraken's got to send it. Schuldenberg takes first ball. And Chapman takes a big swing. That might be the last ball. Unable to be dug out of the corner by Lance, even though he had a great hustle effort. Unable to track it down.
Yeah, great effort by Trent Lance there to chase that ball down. Lots of space here in Pierce Sports Complex to chase down those stray balls, but just couldn't get it back over the net. And a good effort, though, from the Kraken.
Guerrero with another serve. Tight pass, gets an overpass. Sean Smith closes his hand, tries to bounce the ball, misses wide instead.
Sean Smith's not going to get a better look at an overpass than that one, that's for sure. But the fist shot just doesn't really provide the reliability as an open hand spike.
Yeah, a lot of that control missing there. Josh Sloan subs in on the side of the Kraken. Schuldenberg with another great reception, and Rivera misconnection with Smith. But I'd rather see the misconnection in the middle than no middle at all. I'm really impressed with Schuldenberg so far. I mean, we're 20 points in barely, and he is controlling at the pace of this game exceptionally well. Smith lays the ball up. Swarovski with a big out-of-system swing overpowers the double block of the Kraken.
Yeah, Swarovski's been a little bit of a surprise here as the opposite hitter for the Tornadoes, doing a nice job getting a lot of opportunities. Sean Smith clearly favoring the overhead set to the right side of the court so far.
Rivera back for another big jump serve. Nice pass by Rosa. McAtee swings into the angle. Misconnection, high ball there, and Rosa puts Kraken in for an in-system opportunity, and McAtee turns it down the line, and Smith goes down. This is not looking too promising. Hopefully just a little bit of a rattled situation here and not something that's going to be a long-term problem. Couldn't tell if Smith came down on Opurum there or just got a little bit turned around when McAtee chopped that down the line.
Hard to tell if the setter there is in pain or just going to be able to work it off. Not a whole lot of guys on the Tornado bench, so hopefully he's fine.
Definitely the hope there. And Felix Chapman, nice controlled chop down the line, able to get the point there and keeps the Tornado train rolling along. Holding a +4 lead right now. Smith goes short. Tip over the top, Smith out, meaning Schuldenberg takes second ball. Oh, Chapman goes for the glory swing, and the tape was a little bit higher than expected there.
Chapman just dropping his elbow a little bit, trying to go hard down the line. Aim deep, you got 30 feet to use. Got to use it all, score the point.
Untimely misserve for McAtee there. If Kraken wants to come back at this point in the game, the misserves are going to have to stop, and they're going to have to give themselves an opportunity to battle it out with Tornadoes on the court. Chapman putting some power on that ball. That ball's going to go long. Attempted swing there from the middle and an out-of-system opportunity by Kyle
Schwetz. Yeah, I got info on their backup setter situation.
Chapman continues his rally. Pipe attack once again, dug by Smith. Off the ceiling, Schuldenberg keeps it alive, and Chapman tips over the top. Oh, and that's going to be a shutdown block. Trenton Lance not able to punch that one through. Sorowski and Opurum working together.
Yeah, you touched on it earlier. That one was entirely Opurum getting his hands over into the angle, giving Lance that stuff down.
Substitution on the side of the Kraken. That's going to be number 68, Ignacio Salamone. I'll get some correct pronunciation on that. So in the meantime, apologies for any mispronunciation. But there's an ace. That was unapologetic. Felix Chapman going cross court, finds the touch off of a laying out McAtee and gets a great point.
I was going to say that was an unapologetic serve from Felix Chapman that time.
Rosa battles with the serve, another pipe attack option. McAtee connects that time. It's pretty rare that even when you're down this many points, some of these newer teams, newer faces, the fact that they are so committed to running that pipe attack, I really am a fan, I gotta say.
McAtee's doing a good job of terminating that pipe attack and scoring his points, so keep setting him. It's working.
Schwetz with the float. Sorowski is tight, and he takes complete advantage of that.
Saworski able to elevate and just blast the hands and get that ball off the block and out of bounds.
Little substitution with Andres Quinones. Yet another team owner making an appearance here. Swing down the line, taken. Smith will take first ball. Quinones outside. Chop off the top, unable to be recovered. And, you know, it's been pretty funny. This is the third team owner, vice president, or general manager making an appearance in a jersey for their team between myself, Russ Holmes, and now Andres Quinones. Sometimes when the roster's a little thin, we like to just send a quick reminder out that even the owners can still hang and play with our guys.
Use them all.
Also, I was mentioning this last night on the Texas Tyrants match. Gabo Quinones is the younger brother, setter for the Tyrants. Andres Quinones is the owner here for the Dallas Tornadoes. So just one duo of a couple of the brothers here in the league. But we are going to be on a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the second set just after this.
OSIM.
And we are back with set number 2 about to get underway. But before we do, we've got a little update on what the option might be in case Sean Smith is unable to continue. We're going to throw it over to the sideline. Noah, take it away.
Yeah, well, guys, we saw Sean Smith go down a little bit when he was holding his leg. We're not sure how serious the injury was, but he stayed in the game. But we saw Andre Quinones, who you mentioned is the owner. Well, he's also the backup setter. He started getting loose on the sidelines, and he came in for that last play of that first set and even ended up setting the ball from the back row for that set-winning kill. So he is ready to go if needed. One of those owners coming off the bench and playing for their team when they have to step up. Nick, Matt?
Well, we talked about it.
Right there.
I think it's just a challenge. Tony Glessner for exposure had the shorts on underneath his coaching attire yesterday. I think this is really just a challenge flag from the rest of the owners saying, Tony, we want to see you too. Justin, Beaumont over there for Freedom, maybe get his opportunity.
I'm available if needed.
Free agent
you
portal.
You can do this by yourself. I'm just, I'm a floater at the moment. So
I know some teams need some middles.
Wait, middle? Who said I would play middle? I was saying more like libero or something, but. I'm available.
Show them what you can do.
Yeah, I'm a free agent.
All right, heading back into the second set. No changes on the side of the Dallas Tornadoes as far as personnel. Sean Smith, for now, able to stick it out. We see number 7 for the Kraken, Lance, making his return to the court after a brief subbing out at the end of that set. We're going to see a new setter now coming in. That's going to be Michael Harris replacing Amari Miranda, who was previously at the helm. We're also going to see Zachary Hobb making his appearance in the middle here. So a couple small changes. I think they were, what it really came down is I don't think there was a lack of spark, but I think sometimes the Kraken, like you said at the beginning of the game, it's all about if they can pass a ball. And so I still think it was just kind of a little bit lacking that control that gave them a sense of ownership and control of their side of the court.
Yeah, well, we did see yesterday that the Kraken really did struggle to pass the ball well enough and efficiently enough that they could run middle, right? Run their quick attack through the middle of the court. So we didn't see very much middle attack so far in set number 1. We saw a lot of back row to McAtee wherever he was. So they need to spread out their offense a little bit and be a little more dynamic, but that's all predicated on their passing.
predicated word of the day. We love to be an educational broadcast, not only in volleyball, but SAT words as well. Love to hear that one. Float serve taken by Schuldenberg. Big swing done by McAtee as the off blocker. Chapman flexes and jams that one down through the hands of Kyle Schwetz.
Big joust there. Service error from Chapman, followed up by that joust, unfortunately.
Jump serve from McAtee into the net. The serving fluctuations. That's the word I'm going to go with here. It continues. I want to see Kraken to see if they can smooth the up and downs out just a bit. As Opurum goes back with a float, finds Juan Rosa. McAtee is the option on the pipe there and misses that one wide and long.
But once again, going with the back row attack, that was a good pass. I think they could have gone quick on that one. But opting for the back row option and not being able to find the court. You've got Trenton Lance in the front row, middle hitter. See what you got there. Other options.
Trenton Lance is the option there. Blocked back. Another opportunity for Kraken. Goes back to Lance, and this time the duo of Sarowski and Angel Rivera shut that one down.
Oh, nice block there, Rivera and Sarowski pairing up nicely for that block against Lance. Back-to-back opportunities, but Rivera getting that block that time.
Opurum extends off the tape, and it's an ace for Opurum. Opurum with his third serve of the run here. McAtee airs it out. Now we see that middle run, a back one, but that's going to be a net by Angel Rivera going up after that one.
I thought that was a net on the middle hitter, but it was on Rivera that time.
Float serve by Schwetz. Sarowski managing. High block touch resets, bump set outside. Off the block taken by Smith. High roll into the corner, dug by McAtee. Big swing into the triple block. Guerrero gets there and shuts it down. It's a huge point for the Dallas Tornadoes, once again controlling the long rally game.
A nice three-man block that time by the Tornadoes again. Going to see a substitution here for the Kraken side. Trenton Lance going to get replaced for a couple of minutes after he goes 0 for 2 on his last two swings.
Replaced by Justin Hartline. Slows the game down a little bit, and Sarowski misses that serve into the net. Float serve by Jenkins. Misconnection there, but sent over by Guerrero. Pipe attack once again from McAtee, unable to find the connection. We see a little note now from Coach Dacklison. He says no more of that. Let's spread the ball around. I think they're not quite finding a connection, whether that's a setter or a hitter connection. But so other options are going to be the focus here.
Kraken offense just struggling to find some continuity. See if they go to their new, they go back row, backside. He can't find the court either.
I think we're really seeing some early game blocking prowess from the Tornadoes, getting in the head and rattling some of these Kraken guys. You know, got to find the court and earn your points.
Great observation, Nick. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, big blocks from the Tornadoes is definitely causing some offensive issues for the Kraken.
Sarowski. Wow, what a What a huge upgrade for Dallas Tornadoes. Obviously not necessarily over Felix Chapman, but being able to move Chapman to the outside and add a big arm like Sorowski in the offseason, that's a big piece to this offense.
Very much so, especially with the absence of Roshitz, who's not here this weekend.
Good block touch gives Guerrero a chance. And Sorowski once again, the man is absolutely unstoppable right now.
Can do no wrong, Nick. Flying out of the back row, elevating and attacking down the line for that point.
Chopped short, taken by Hobb in the middle. And he's able to chisel that one to the right of Angel Rivera, taking advantage of a one-on-one opportunity. Hurt line goes with the float, taken by Schuldenberg. Chapman gets on top of the ball, but a huge block there to stop him. Free ball comes over. Kraken gets an opportunity, goes to the middle. Hobb is dug by Sorowski. Chapman with an off-footwork approach into the triple block, finds some hands, and that's a kill for the Tornadoes.
Wow, let's give some credit to Sorowski with the diving tomahawk save that time. To keep the ball in the air, rarely seen, but used effectively that time. We'll have to find out if that's something that they practice out there in Dallas, the diving tomahawk play.
Rivera with a bit of a misconnection. Perfect pass. Can they do anything with it? They can. The D-ball connects. Jenkins, number 5, putting that one away. Jenkinson, apologies. We've got a typo on our roster, so we're having some fun with that one.
Haven't said his name a lot offensively, but nice to see him get that kill out of the back row.
Pass by Chapman, swing by Chapman, and that right there is the Felix Chapman special.
Chapman just with too much heat attacking the 6'1" right side blocker of Michael Harris, going OT into the corner for that point.
Set outside the stuff block. Net called on the side of Dallas Tornadoes. Sean Smith. Oh,
sorry, Nick. I was about to compliment the referee for the first time today on being able to see that. I thought it was the ball, but
I did too. That was
catch.
But no disagreements.
No disagreement. Yep.
Chapman a little late to get his hands up, but finds a high ball opportunity. And this is what makes this guy so lethal. Not the best pass, give him a high ball, and he swings himself out of the opportunity.
I do like the Kraken going after him as a passing target since he wasn't opposite last year, trying to test out his passing capabilities, but took advantage of it there. Not the best perfect pass, but still able to be terminal from the right side on his attack.
Rosa takes the first ball. Over the top, Smith picks it up. Guerrero keeps it alive, sent over by Schuldenberg. Quick set to the outside, tipped over the top once again. Sean Smith not able to find that tip coverage. There still just seems to be a misconnection across the court. Jenkinson having to tip that one over. Good ball by Chapman. Sorowski dug by Harris. Guerrero's the option, swings into the double block. Rosa picked up by his team after that dig. Smith goes to Chapman on the pipe. Triple block is not ready for the heat of number 18.
Chapman just flying out of the back row. Such a powerful option for the Tornadoes in an extended rally like that. Even going up against 3 blockers from the Kraken side, he's able to score that point.
Quick back, blocked, and Guerrero unfooled by the back one option.
Now the rarely seen double quick with a lefty opposite hitting the back one. Set was a little bit low, bit of a trap set, although I like the concept. Just got to work on that execution a little bit.
Yep. Another back one opportunity, but another tip out of the middle. Oh, Rivera loses a handle on that one. Guerrero tries to corral it back in, but not able to with the angle there that he was put in. We're seeing a lot of continued attempts to establish the middle, but it's been nothing but feeling like missed connections and just kind of the ball just getting away. They're having to tip everything over, and it's been easy pickups for the Dallas Tornadoes.
Aggressive set that time from Sean Smith.
Yeah.
I don't think he has that one in his repertoire quite yet.
Yep.
Going from about 16 feet off the net, throwing it in to Rivera on the 31. I like the idea. Fortunately, with their lead, they're kind of able to work on that a little bit.
And goes right back to Rivera. Big swing, but blocked once again by the Tornadoes. Schuldenberg gives a nice bump set. Guerrero controls it. Harris backside, but another misconnection. Tip comes over, and a free opportunity for the Tornadoes. McAtee pulls it out of the back of the court. Big swing, but that one's going just wide, and another point for the Tornadoes. Challenge coming through. They are challenging a touch on the swing there. Sorry, I'm trying to listen and see what's going on. So what's being challenged here is Justin Hartline's touch coming down the line. They were saying that even though the ball was wide, they think someone on the block got a hold of it.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell based on these kind of challenges at this level. It's the expectation of the hitter to have good intel to tell their coach, hey, I got a touch, I missed, that kind of stuff. Based on the hand signals I saw, I couldn't tell if he was saying I missed down the armpit seam or if I caught him on the arm. So, you know, you really rely on that kind of feedback from your players, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, especially now with this challenge system in place and the instant replay, so we can get the call right. A little bit of sportsmanship is expected so that, we're not wasting each other's time by using the challenge system, and also not wasting a challenge for your team.
Yeah.
Because if you use it and it goes against you, you're going to lose that challenge throughout the match.
Yeah, and that's just as a quick outline, so what we've done with our challenge system here in the NVA. For the first 4 sets of any match, you have 3 challenges. You can use them all at any time, whenever you would like. The challengeable plays are things like a foot fault, a back row attack, touch on block, ball in or out, and there's a couple more. But
Net violation.
Net violation. But those are the main ones, and there's a couple other small exceptions, but that's the majority that you're going to see it used for. They can use those challenges at any time. If they're incorrect with their challenge, as we just saw, that call will go missed, no touch, Dallas Tornadoes. That means that Colorado Kraken burns one of their 3 challenges with only 2 remaining.
So, as in this case, the call did go towards the Tornado, so it was confirmed. So Kraken loses that challenge, and now that's 16 points. So we've hit our technical timeout here in set number 2.
Gotcha. Good follow-up. So we'll be right back after a quick break, and we'll get into the second half of this set.
OSIM.
And we are back after that technical timeout. Colorado Kraken seeing if they can right the ship and handle the Dallas Tornadoes. But right now, Matt, what are you seeing that's going wrong? How does Kraken figure things out?
It's a great question, Nick. It's hard to tell exactly what they need to do. Get back to basics. Start with the pass up to the tape so they can run quick and then be an in-system offense.
Guerrero chops that one, gets a tape, and rolls over. McAtee sets out to the right side. Doug and Chapman tip over the top, but no one home.
It's one of those plays that the Kraken have to figure out. Jenkinson has to come off the block and look for that tip if he's not going to get his hands over the net. That time, unfortunately, the ball finding the floor against the Kraken side, and Tornadoes continuing to dominate, now up by 7.
Big serve,
That's
J.J. Rosa.
Unit.
Game ball touch is coming over our way. And that's going to lead to another substitution here, and that's going to be McAtee coming out in the back row. We're seeing number 68 coming in once again. It's going to be Ignacio Salamone, who was just making his appearance at the very end of set number 1. See if he can do anything here. A little bit of discussion about the libero designated jersey, the red looking extremely similar to the black jersey there, so there's a little discussion, but they're back to it. Colorado Kraken using 2 liberos here, so we're seeing number 22 coming in to replace J.J. Rosa for now, and that's Ricardo Sanchez. Sean Smith bump sets outside. Guerrero handles the trash though, puts that one into the court.
Guerrero with a great swing there. Haven't said his name a lot on offense, but taking advantage of that one, driving it cross court for the winner.
This is something I'm really liking about the Dallas Tornado teams, at least the way that I think the game should be played. I think that the roster that they have right now is really filling those roles very naturally. I think Guerrero is doing a fantastic job of kill from Chapman. You think you're going to overpass that ball anywhere near number 18, you could not be more incorrect.
Hurtline instantly wanted to take that one back as he passed it over short. A bit of a jump bump right into the waiting window of Chapman. Wow.
Oh, see you in the next zip code with that serve. Guerrero doing a nice job, though, as the 0-2. You don't need to carry the offensive load with Felix Chapman back there. Your job, play some great defense, see if you can pass well, and see what kind of magic can happen.
Right.
Chapman gets the pass, gets the swing, and buries the ball cross court.
Just too much heat from Chapman. Kraken can't even slow him down. They can't dig it. They can't stop him at the net. Really, Chapman just doing no wrong here for the Tornadoes.
Chapman ended the first set with 6 kills alone. He's added at least that many already in the second set, so he is well on his way to putting up some pretty substantial numbers. Another serve error on the side of the Dallas Tornadoes. Solo block there, but gets the touch. Backside, dug by Sorowski, and Chapman buries the ball. Oh, swings just wide.
Just missing it. That's his first hitting error of the match.
Yeah,
I believe.
very, very well could be. Let's see.
Felix,
It lists 2. I don't recall the other ones, but I would go there with the quick mental check says the same. You know, we're basically not an error-ridden player. Oh my God, he passes the ball, runs a 1 route through the middle. Felix Chapman showcasing a variety of offensive prowess, and Chike Opurum just laughs it off.
Look out below. Take cover. Felix Chapman flying through for that inside X play there.
Ignacio able to come off the bench, scores his first point, looks to fire the boys up. Number 68, Salamone.
Yeah, Ignacio really the spark plug, a firecracker. He came in yesterday, did that a little bit, got his team involved, fired them up a little bit, and tried to bring some emotion to the team that they really need.
Float serve. Chapman takes the first ball. Surowski chops down the line. A little bit of an ugly set, and by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. That's going to be a double called on number 24, Kyle Schwetz.
One of those situations where the middle blocker has to set. Unfortunately, that time resulting
honestly think that's
in
the first
the
double I've seen
double
this weekend.
contact by Kyle Schwetz. Quite in the right position to be taking that ball with his hands.
Ooh, big serve by Chapman. Great pass opportunity. And Ignacio does not find that over the net. You know, there was the challenge kind of laid down here, Matt, on our side of the broadcast to see if they can clean up the passing. And I think that between both liberos, both Rosa as well as Sanchez, I think the passing's been pretty good. I just think the hitters are not producing. Could also be that setter connection. I don't know.
That's hard to tell. You know, Kraken's had a pretty short leash. They've used 2 setters already so far in this match, so maybe lacking a little consistency in terms of who's on the court, trying to develop those connections throughout the match as well, as it's still set point here for the Tornadoes.
Float from Ignacio, taken by Chapman. Smith falling back, goes to Surowski, and Surowski puts the period at the end of the sentence. That is set 2. Dallas Tornadoes take it here. We'll be right back coming into set number 3.
OSIM.
And we are now unmuted and back. That mute button's going to get me today.
That's twice today.
Yeah, that's twice
Clean
today.
it up.
So we're back. We're going to see set number 3 unfold here. Dallas Tornadoes, Colorado Kraken. Once again, I am Nick England, joined by Matt Prosser. And we're back at it here. Day number 2 at Pierce Sports Center in San Bernardino, California. Joined by Noah Chast on the sidelines. So you'll be hearing him chiming in periodically. Quick numbers came through at the end of that set. We confirmed Felix Chapman with 14 kills so far in 2 sets. It's a pretty impressive clip thus far.
Yeah, not very often. Double digits through 2 sets, especially 14. Chapman carrying a huge offensive load. But let's throw it over to Noah right now because he does have some information from that timeout.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Just letting that buzzer noise go out. The Kraken are definitely just frustrated defensively. J.J. Rosa was saying that he was frustrated with the way the defense was working both individually as a team, and his coach told him, hey, just focus on you, do what you can. And clearly it just got in his own head a little bit too much, and he was taken out at the end of that second set. He had his warm-up on. The warm-up's back off now, so we'll see who comes out onto the floor. But definitely the offense of these Dallas Tornadoes frustrating the defense of the Kraken.
A lot of great insight there, and this is something that Matt and I talked a little bit about at the beginning of the game. One of the things that defines the professional side and, you know, being able to step up in this sport is really understanding how to manage the mental side. Being able to dial in. Of course you're going to be upset about bad performances. No one ever wants to lose. But knowing how to challenge your teammates, motivate your team, and improve play together is a critical part. And, you know, Colorado Kraken being a new team to the league, I have to say I don't think it's really all that surprising that they're kind of going through this.
No, I mean, anytime there's a new team in any league, you know, it's a bit of a growing pain kind of situation. They've got to work through it together, come together, be stronger as a team, kind of unite, find their path, but make sure everyone's on the same page. Make sure you have a good, consistent game plan, what it is that you're trying to do on your side of the net to put yourself in a position to win. Control what you can control, right? And then throughout the match, make those tweaks in terms of personnel, who's being effective, who's not being effective, what offense is working, what blocking schemes, things like that. So, you know, for the Kraken, it's early. That's the good thing. They have lots of time, right? Maybe not in this match, maybe not this weekend, but throughout the rest of the season, they can go back to Colorado, they can train, they can keep practicing, they develop what it is that they need to do for a foundation, and hopefully come back at the next event with a little bit more firepower and a little bit more sure of themselves.
Definitely a great assessment of kind of what's going to them. We now have some more roster adjustments. Where we're going to end up here is we're going to see Hobb in the middle, joined by Haskell. JJ Rosa back in red once again. We're also going to see Trenton Lance back on the outside getting his third start. We'll see if he completes the entirety of this set. Number 15 back on the outside as well. That's Hurtline. And with the setting, we see the return of Amari, number 9, Amari Miranda.
And he starts off with a service ace.
That's a good adjustment. You love to see it.
Whatever that inner game coach's speech was all about, we heard him over here, but we couldn't quite make it out. But seems to have worked with that first service ace and the second one in here.
Felix Chapman goes vertical, goes over the top of that block. JJ Rosa unable to corral that back into the court.
Well, Chapman still with just too much heat from the left side.
Good to see that Smith is still battling his way through this game. Seems like his knee wasn't too serious, but hopefully not something he feels too much of tomorrow. Woo!
Wow,
Sorowski.
And on that note, Nick, Sean Smith was one of his best jump serves in the match so far.
Great help, too, on the right side. I love when the opposite recognizes a middle route coming in, steps in. Sorowski there, number 5, steps in, shuts down that middle route. Another great serve from Smith, and you couldn't have said it too soon. Matt, quite a fortuitous insight there. Another ace there by Smith.
2 in a row, doubling down on that jump serve.
Yeah, I misspoke. Not another ace, but another great serve that yielded the ace. The double down coming right now?
Maybe.
Tip over the top. Smith takes first ball. Sorowski gets a big swing down the line, goes OT on the block, and the Kraken never stood a chance. Sorowski is bringing the heat on the right side.
It's a statement swing by Sorowski for sure. His first swing of set number 3, and it's an absolute hammer from the right side.
Welcome to the NVA. Smith continues the run. Backside. Ignacio puts that one away in the corner.
Good choice there from Miranda, going to the right side, getting his spark plug in Ignacio going offensively for his team.
Ooh, dropped short in front of Felix Chapman. Number 68, Ignacio, hails from Argentina, from Buenos Aires specifically, coming out with a little bit of heat. Sometimes affectionately called Nacho by his friends. Ignacio bringing a lot of energy, just what's needed by the Kraken. Kraken once again battling with that ball, but the offensive prowess of the Tornadoes proves to be too much.
Al Smith was able to connect with Opurum there through the middle. Sean Smith using and utilizing the rarely seen standing quick set that time.
Chapman hammers the ball, overhand pass, free ball yielded. Backside, Sarowski. I think we just assume that if there's a point scored, there's more than a 50% chance right now for the Tornadoes. It's Sarowski. He has proven to be untouchable right now. 3 kills so far here in the third set. Chapman going after Ignacio once again. Overpass and out. That's an ace for number 18. The service pressure from the Tornadoes in this third set, they did not wait for any time.
Well, Tornadoes have been in control since the very beginning of this match, and I'm not surprised to see them with a 4-point advantage here in set 3. Kraken still struggling to find themselves here.
Chapman goes again, and a back-to-back ace. Man, to have Sean Smith's service pressure followed up by Felix Chapman. That's a tough one, and the short leash continues. Number 1, McAtee back in for Ignacio. Kraken trying a variety of outsides to see who they might be able to rely on here. Chapman goes for the roll, doesn't quite get the contact he wants.
It's one of those plays where you just got to service ace, and you kind of want to be sneaky, right?
Yeah.
Throw in that off-speed serve, but it doesn't make it over the net, so that plan didn't work out nicely for Felix.
Overpass coming. Hard angle attack there from Lance. Off the tape, handled by Guerrero. Sarowski with a tip over the top, a punch over backwards. Tight set. Sarowski swipes it off, resets. Chip by Chapman. Sent deep. Good scoring opportunity. Guerrero free balls it over. Kraken take advantage of this, and they overpassed it. Oh my goodness! What went from a great rally went to shambles pretty quickly there from both sides. Luis Vasquez now coming in as an outside substitution for Guerrero. Serve into the net. Opurum with another float. Backside. No touch called. That's going to be a swing going wide. Point for the Tornadoes once again. The lead back to 4 points at 9-5. Apologies, 10-6. Kept alive by Lance. JJ Rosa with the free ball over, taken by Vasquez. Middle to Angel Rivera. Big swing put back by Rivera and Sarowski. Now another one, and that one's gonna do it. Angel Rivera helped out by Luis Vasquez. Another terminal Tornado block.
Yeah, the blocking of their Tornadoes has been strong all match long. 3-man, 2-man, even a solo here and there. So nice job by the team from Dallas.
Out of system once again. Lance cuts down the line, but Smith steps in, Diggs. And now Vasquez bounces one off the tape. JJ Rosa takes second ball. Doug Rivera tipped over the top. JJ Rosa coming across. And Lance with an off-system swing, able to make an undiggable ball for the off-block digger there in Vasquez.
Well, you've got to be happy by the effort put forth by Vasquez as the off-blocker, coming underneath the block, trying to get that off-speeder. Hitting the floor, that's exactly what you want to see. As a coach, putting a reserve in for a little play time here. That, however, hitting error is not what you want to see.
No, it is certainly not. .11 now, as Hertline tries to continue and extend the serving run. Back set. Sorowski swings into the block, gets a reset by Chapman. Second opportunity, Doug. And now Kraken is trying to keep it alive. Third set, and this one's going to go down. That's going to be a kill for Sorowski on the right side. Sean Smith desperately wanted his man number 5 to get that kill.
He's been doing that all match long, really feeding his opposite hitter. And that time Sorowski finally getting the kill.
Quinones back in as a serving sub, potentially going for some play time here. We'll see what the role is. Actually, I believe Sean Smith might be swinging now and going to a bit of a combination 5-1 here. Substitution with that. So I expect to see Sean Smith, who's listed as a hitter-setter, probably swinging on the right side so that they keep 3 hitters front row.
Yeah, Sean actually played outside hitter opposite most of last season.
Yeah.
So I'm actually pretty surprised to see him running the offense in the setter position today.
Back set goes into the net.
We'll have to wait and see who takes the second contact for the Tornadoes here.
I'll be honest, what I really want to see is Smith take it, and I want to see Quinones swinging on the D-ball.
I wouldn't get your hopes up on that one, Nick, but we'll see.
Good float. Cracking out of system. J.J. Rose gives Lance a chance to swing. Quinones with the set, finds the immediate connection to Angel Rivera in the middle.
I like that play in transition. Set the quick, terminate, get the play over with, move on and go set. Go get ready to serve again.
Float once again outside. Turn down the line, a good controlled swing. Lance using all of his size there to go over the top of that block and catch Felix Chapman a little bit out of position. Chapman with a tight pass, handled one-handed by Quinones. Outside, McAtee gets a touch. Oh, a one-handed scoop is tracked down, tipped over. A dump attempt, but I saw a net. I saw wrong, it seems, but
Not a lot of complaints or arguments.
can I do a challenge from the booth? Is that how this works?
You cannot.
If I have a green card, does that work?
I'm not sure. Can we get clarification from our rules official, please?
Served down the line into the net by Lance. Jump serve. Kraken battle out with a great cover by Rosa coming across. Lance goes off speed. Chapman on the right, tips over the top. No one home. And that is signaled down promptly. No discussion from the side of the Kraken. And that will take us to a technical timeout. Don't go anywhere. The third set looks like it is heading rapidly towards a 3-0 sweep for the Dallas Tornadoes. We'll be right back. Goes for a 3-0. I'm losing to the microphone today. The mute button is my worst enemy today. Jump serve taken by Chapman. Backside Smith goes for that swing, tips over the top. Oh, Chapman all over that dump attempt by Miranda. Read that one like a book. Rivera, a lot of power there, swings into the top of the tape.
Let's see what Miranda can bring from the inline this time.
Pretty good pressure. Chapman hunting for a kill there, unable to do so. Big swing over, but that is going to be out and a point for the Dallas Tornadoes. Zarowski returns to the court now. Quinones makes his back row appearance, but wants the firepower back in, meaning Sean Smith, number 1, will retain the setting position. Rosa steps in front of McAtee, and an ace yielded for Sean Smith. Wow, Smith is really having a overbearing service run here in the third set. Is it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I remember he's got the SpongeBob socks. His sock game is strong.
It is. He leads the league in sock game for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely Sean Smith takes that award.
Backside, Chapman, a ball picked up there by the Tornadoes, and Sarowski puts it away. Number 12, Sam Schuldenberg getting a
left-handed kill that time.
Oh, was that?
That was left-handed, yeah.
Oh, man, I'd love to see the replay on that. Schuldenberg with a huge pancake backing up Chapman, and Sarowski with the lefty kill. Smith is relentless. Middle attempt off the head of Sarowski. Schuldenberg puts one into the middle of the court. Another attempt. I hear the side of Dallas Tornadoes calling high, high.
Again, Sarowski really can do no wrong right now. 21-12, Tornadoes, nothing to lose, just in the driver's seat.
Coach is asking for a second. Sarowski just took that one off the face. Backside goes through, and that's going to be a kill for Ignacio. Ignacio jump serves. Schuldenberg in system. Chapman on the tight ball. Wipes it off the hand of Trenton Lance. That's where you really see that experience of Chapman. Someone that is so well versed in just putting the ball away with a lot of power. Gets into a tough situation like that. Wipes it off the hands of the block for the kill. And now at 22-13, we're seeing 9-point lead for the Tornadoes. Jump serve for Kraken, takes Chapman to the ground, gets a good pass, and Vasquez swinging into the angle.
Nice dig that time out of the back row.
And that's going to find court. I love seeing that. Dylan Haskell steps in, number 11, and just gets a great dig there to extend the rally for the Kraken.
Absolutely, yeah. Kraken trying to mount that comeback. Got a long way to go, but plays like that could make it happen.
But Chike Oporum, oh wow, dug out. I thought he had a point of his own there. Tip over the top. Ignacio sets now to Trenton, but Trenton is shut down. The sure-handed Sarowski controls the net so well on the right side.
Well, the block and defense for Tornadoes have been too strong for the Kraken to overcome today, really. That's just another statement block by Chike Oporum and Sarowski.
Float from Chike. Overpass. Nope, that is kept well, but Chike Oporum playing some defense. The big man gets on the ground and the dig leads to a kill in transition. Chike Oporum. And there is Chike Cheeks Oporum with an ace to end this match in 3.
What a statement victory by Tornadoes, especially Chike Oporum to finish that match off with a dig and then a service ace. Wow.
Man, love to see it. Contributions across the board. This is not the same Dallas Tornadoes that we saw last year by any means.
Absolutely. Quite an evolution from last year for sure, especially how they started that season last year to come out here, their first match of 2022 with a nice, strong 3-0 sweep over the Kraken.
It really is, and I love to see the difference of the offense that Sean Smith was running, and we saw him hitting last year. Set a couple sets here and there, but man, to come in, he did a fantastic job. But I've got to say, it is so hard to acknowledge one position on the court, and that's the libero. Sam Schuldenberg was lights out. His serve receive was near perfection. We see pancakes over at the end of that set there, picking up Felix Chapman. And man, when you see that rally being extended by that off-color jersey, such a fantastic effort.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, great contributions offensively from Chapman, Sean Smith, Sarowski. However, you're right, the libero really chipping in pass great all match long. And then, some key digs there at the end of that match to really extend that lead for the Tornadoes and really kind of shut the door on the Kraken.
It really is. And, we talked about we knew where we were going to be looking at Angel Rivera and Felix Chapman in that match, but the name we did not know that we were going to see was Sarowski, and he's getting the man of the match. Over to you on the sideline, Noah. Take it away.
Sarowski, you came alive in that match. What was clicking?
The serve receive, the serve and pass game on our side was just on it. We had it all together and just throwing the ball kind of anywhere and had all the options. It was nice to take the ball and do what we had been practicing,
How beneficial is it to have a guy like Chapman on your team?
Oh, this is awesome. This is the first time I've actually played with him, so it was great having the offensive options out there.
And your setter, Sean Smith, may be playing through an injury. What does that mean to you to see him?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, sometimes you got to battle through little small things and do it, for your team, for yourself, and just go battle out.
Congrats on the win. Appreciate it. Guys, send that back to you.
Well, we heard it there first. The well-rounded Dallas Tornadoes, a statement I'm not sure I've been able to confidently make before, and they're still missing a piece like Steve Roshitz. That is a fantastic start. I know that a week or two ago they had a silver and purple match at home, had almost 200 fans watch their inter-squad match compete. And this is a team that's missing a bunch of guys that were unable to travel due to flight difficulties. So this is just the shell of a team that might be coming with more firepower. Exciting to see. Yeah. It's going to be a huge win for the Dallas Tornadoes. I'm Nick England. This is Matt Pross. We're going to be back at 3 o'clock with our next match. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you there.